It's food o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer, and we're finally being able to get hold of the Marks and Spencer Gastro Pub steak and chips pie. Went out to Marks and Spencer's a couple of weeks ago, couldn't find it, so I reviewed the Scotch egg and the chips. What were they called? The triple cooked chips, but I couldn't find the pie anywhere. Went back again a week later. The lady was saying to me in the aisle that these things are flying off the shelves. So I finally found one. I went back yesterday, picked it up, steak and chips pie. Let's have a look at it then. It goes in the oven. It goes in the oven for, ooh, it's a bit battered. 35 minutes on gas max 6. I'm pulling everything, making sure everything goes back on the top here. Oh, this looks amazing. It was £5. £5 for this pie. It's not the greatest, it's not the biggest pie in the world either. Oh, there's loads of, it's a bit battered, look. All of the short crust has come off around the side. So, it looks great though. So they haven't used the pie lid, they've used chips. So you got the base, the crust base, with chips and some herbs and some cheese. Oh, it's going to be great. But check your box, everybody. If you buy one of these, check your box, because there is some serious cheese that you can get back on your pie. Last strand. Okay, looks amazing, doesn't it? Let's get it in the oven. 35 minutes, gas max 6. See you when it's cooked. Right, this steak and chips pie is done. Let's get it out the oven. Ooh, it's a little bit char grilled. I mean, it went in for the allocated time. Definitely went in for the allocated time. Little bit of a shame, I think. I don't know. I think it was slightly battered. I think that's the reason why it's looking like this. I can only go with what Marks and Spencer's have told me, because the reason why I do that is there's lots of people who will work to the times given with stuff like this. They will go, right, I got 35 minutes to do a bit of exercising or do some paperwork or do a little bit of working from home or mowing the lawn. They'll put this in the oven for 35 minutes like it's asked for, and then they'll set a timer on the cooker. And they'll only come down and have a look at this kind of pie when the timer's going off. So I'm doing the same thing. I've done what Marks and Spencer's have asked for. It's slightly toasted. Just wondering how I'm going to get to this. What I'm going to do, I think I'm going to... So you might have paid a £5 for this. And you might be thinking, oh, it's a bit... At least it's come out of that foil tin. Easy enough. Oh, look at this though. Okay, the chips have taken a bit of a beating, haven't they? But it's only the little bit of that kind of top layer. There it is, lumps. Look at that lump of steak there. Oh, wow. It's just wow. My goodness me. That was a really, really tender, lovely bit of steak there. Really juicy with the gravy. chips are nice as well. I'm not sure if that stuff on the top was cheese. I think it may have been. You can see it looks like hair, doesn't it? Wow. Yeah. Oh my goodness. That is something else. That little bit of those strands of cheese, a really kind of strong vintage salty cheese, but combined with the chip, the herbs on the chip, and then the gravy from the steak pie. That's like a million flavors hitting you in the mouth at once. So I'm going to grab a chip. I'm going to dip it into this lovely gravy. Oh. It depends how you feel. It depends how... You could go in another supermarket. You could probably go in a budget supermarket. Yeah, Lidl, yeah, Aldi's. You could probably pick up a small steak pie like this for £1.50, £2. Probably about £2 maybe this day and age, 2022. You could then go up a little bit. You go to Morrison's or Tesco. Buy one of their steak pies and they'll be a little bit tastier. You may have a little less gristle on your steak. And you might pay £3 for the pie. You might pay £2 on offer. But for £2 more, if you went to Marks and Spencer's, if you like a steak pie, if you're a lover of flavour and you fancy a treat, no doubt this is an expensive treat. But it's got all sorts of kind of like vegetables in the pie as well, which it's almost like got a red wine beef gravy with the pie. It's insanely good. I picked it up for review. It's very popular. Lots of people are buying it. It always seems to be out of stock. But I can see why it's out of stock. I can see why it's so popular, because this is a real treat. Mouthful of steak in there, and it's just incredible. It's like cuts of wonderful fillet steak or something like that. There you go, there's a piece of steak right there. It's like fillet, or it's just been, whether it's been slow cooked, but it's the marinade, the maybe a red wine marinade or something on the gravy. It's so tasty. So soft and delicate and delicious. Amazing. Really good. But it's not just the amazing tasting steak with the gravy there. It's those little strandy bits of cheese on the chips that just incredible. absolutely incredible pie. All butter short crust pastry with slow cooked beef, British beef. It is slow cooked. In an ale gravy. It's ale. It's ale. It's not red wine. It's ale gravy with tomato chutney. Tomato chutney is amazing. Topped with lightly battered chips and cheddar cheese. That's an insanely good pie. It's an insanely good pie. I've never had a pie like that in my life. You would expect that quality in one of those kind of posh gastro pubs. You really would. Oh. Just can't stop eating it. So good. I'm gonna rate it. The gravy is so rich and tasty. The beef is just so succulent. The pastry is fantastic. The cheese topped chips are out of this world. Then you're gonna dip some of those chips in your gravy. I think that's the best £5. I was a bit, £5 for a pie. That was the best £5 I've ever spent on a pie in my life. That's a 10 out of 10 product. 10 out of 10 product, it really is. Go out, treat yourselves, get yourselves a steak and chips pie from Marks and Spencer's. Maybe slightly keep an eye on the oven while you're cooking it, because it might get a bit charred on the top, but it was tasty all the while. It really was. 10 out of 10 for me. Thanks for watching. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.